Hello beautiful mama or visitor for this blog, I should say. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me. I just felt compelled to do another video blog. I really enjoyed last week, so I think I'm going to start doing them more. I definitely find myself loving talking to you through this way instead of writing, even though I do love writing as well. But I just wanted to talk to you today about whether you are a new mum or you've got kids already. I think the principles still apply. Or if you're a visitor, so someone in your life has had a baby. And this has come up because I think I mentioned in my blog last week that one of my close friends is due to have her baby very soon. And she actually had her last week, so that was very exciting, and it made me think back to what I can do to help her and support her during this time, because it's her first baby, and just reflect on my time as a new mum in those first couple of weeks and what I found to be really helpful. So I think this video blog is really supportive for you as a new mum, or to be a new mum, or if you're a visitor, or a support person for somebody in your life. So I think the main thing that I found to be really supportive was people giving me and my husband space. And that's something that I never thought of or realised until I'd actually been in that situation myself. So I was in hospital, I think, for 4 nights, and it was really nice to just have a bit of space. And I was one before that my friend would have a baby and I would want to go and visit them in hospital because I was just so excited and so happy for them. But I didn't realise that, as a new mum, you need that time in hospital to learn from the midwives and doctors, and you're finding your feet. And especially with your first baby, it's so overwhelming. Your life has changed absolutely in the matter of hours, and it's just a lot to take in. And I think having people coming in, and it's okay if people come in for 20 minutes just to see the baby and have a bit of a chat and make sure you're doing okay, but those people that tend to linger and hang around, I think is really not helpful at all. So a note for a visitor: don't hang around. It's not being horrible or anything like that, but I think as a new mum, you just need your space to learn and figure out what's going on. And I think 20 minutes is a perfect amount of time, no longer than that. So that's a little tip for a visitor if you're watching. I found with me that I wanted to learn as much as I could from the midwives, and they do have contradictory ideas and thoughts about things, so I just went with my gut instinct as well. But I just wanted to learn what I could from them, because I don't have a midwife at home, so I wanted to soak up all that knowledge from them so I could go home feeling a bit more at ease, I suppose, and have a bit more idea on what the hell I was doing. That's the first tip: 20 minutes maximum if you're going to visit somebody in hospital. And I think another thing, if you are a visitor, is to especially when you're going to visit them at home, take them some food. I found that to be like the best thing ever. I was so grateful when my mum would bring over a meal for dinner for me and my husband, or my mother-in-law would do that, or bring in snacks. Just food was just such a good thing. Then me and my husband didn't have to worry about cooking for about the first week or so at home, and I found that to just be absolutely amazing. So that's relevant for whether you've got one child or 5 kids. Like, just having a new baby come into the house just changes the dynamic, no matter how many children you have. So if you're a visitor, take food. That is just so important. And I'm going to put together a little care package for my friend. I've given her space. Her baby's now 1 week old, so I've given her space, and I'll probably give her another week or 2 before I actually go and see her. I'm leaving it up to her whenever she's ready for visitors. But I'm going to make a little care package for her, just like a lasagna that her and her husband can just chuck into the oven, and there's dinner. That sort of stuff is really, really supportive and really helpful. So definitely do that if you're a visitor. Another thing you can do is offer to do something around the house, some sort of housework, whether it's vacuuming, mopping, putting a load of washing on, folding up some washing, putting some washing away, whatever it is. That sort of stuff is really, really helpful as well. So that's another tip for visitors, but also a tip for mums: ask for help. It took me a long time, like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, before I felt like I could ask for help and not feel guilty, because I felt like I should be doing everything, because that's what a housewife does. But mama guilt is just stupid, and I think, yeah, you don't want to learn the hard way. So please ask for help, and if someone says, can I put a load of washing on, can I do something for you, can I bring you a meal around, say yes. Okay, don't be too proud, just say yes, just do it. And it feels so good when somebody helps you out and you don't have to worry about it, because as a new mum, you're going to try and think that you can do everything, and you can't. You just can't. It's just not feasible, and you end up just a mess. Your hormones are all over the place as it is, so you don't need that added stress of thinking that your house is messy or whatever. Like, who cares? Just take up offer of help. So that is a tip for visitors, to offer help, and mums, take help and say yes. So yeah, and I think just give the new parents space. My friends were just so awesome with me and my husband. We didn't see them for maybe the first 3 weeks or so, and before I thought, oh no, I'd love for my friends to come and see me and my baby, but you just got to get into the hang of what the hell you're doing, especially if it's your first baby. It's just crazy. You end up in this like bubble, and nothing else that's happening in the world really matters, because you're just in this bubble, and it's a beautiful bubble, and you've got this beautiful baby, and it's really, really exciting, and I think it's really nice to have space. So a visitor tip: give your loved ones space, and ask. Don't just drop in randomly. Ask them if they're up for visitors, and as a mum, embrace that space. Don't feel like you have to have people around all the time. That's just not helpful as well. You've got to really look after yourself during this time. I think they're the main things. Just a quick recap as a garbage truck drives by, sorry. Visitor tips to maybe not go into hospital, but if you do, maximize your time there at 20 minutes. Offer to bring some sort of food or meals or something when you are visiting them at home, and offer to do something around the house. It doesn't have to be huge, but just that offer is really, really special. And as a mum, have space and be okay with that space. Enjoy your time with your baby. Say yes to help, and say yes to food. That's just, you've got to look after yourself and eat properly, and people bringing you food is just really, really helpful and supportive. So that's just my little blog post for you this week. I hope it's a bit of help, perspective from a visitor's perspective and a new mum's perspective. I think it's really good. So if you've got any questions, leave them below, or email me at kylie@beyourradiantself.com. I always love hearing from you. And have a beautiful day, and I will see you again hopefully next week or the week after, whenever I feel called to do a blog post for you. Much love as always, and take some time out for yourself this weekend, mama. See ya. Bye.